Before you wrap this car right here, you need to understand the 5, I'll even give a little bit more, tips on actually wrapping this car properly. Let's just say it should at least be number 2. Number 4, I think should be number 1, but you already know who I am, Dr. Miami Car Wraps, Mr. All in Cars. Let's jump right into the tips, man, because I'm trying to help you understand why you need to know what you're doing before you wrap something like this, because this is a pricey mistake. Let's start with that. It's a very pricey mistake, even if it's the smallest. The first one is dismantling this vehicle. If you do not know and you think you're about to just use YouTube, good luck. Because when you break the first clip, just know those clips cost more than a Camaro clips. Those clips cost more than a Mercedes-Benz clips. Those clips can go up to $1,200. And do not break a panel. Oh my gosh, if you break something off and it can't go back on, don't double-sided tape put it back on and just hope that, pray for the best. You really gonna be in a whole world of trouble. A can of whoop ass is coming because that client's gonna be pissed. So, I suggest you find someone that specializes in McLarens on dismantle and on just working on general McLaren parts. So that way they can dismantle it, and they also own a business, so if they mess it up, they can go fix their mistakes. Therefore, it's not too much of a liability on you. Number 2, take extra precaution when wrapping this car. What do I mean by that? Wash this car thoroughly. Prep this the right way, making sure you don't cut any corners except for when you're cutting the corners on this car. Even if you do not feel comfortable on certain parts, practice. When I say practice, I am not saying take your blade and push it all the way out thinking that you're about to go ahead and just go willy-nilly on this car. Because willy-nilly, this little small blade going crazy on it. Uh-oh, it's not retracted back. No, I need it back. It'll come back, trust me. But practice. If you don't feel comfortable using your blade, don't use your blade. Use knifeless tape. Make sure that when the client gets back their car, you're not sitting there shivering and shaking and sweating so hard because you done messed up a lot of pieces and cut too much. That's what you don't want to do. So take extra precautions and do everything correctly. If it takes longer, fine. And I know you're like, duh, that's a given. We do this on every car. No. Use knifeless tape. Let me show you some of the places where you should probably use knifeless tape. You see this area right here? Super tight, extremely tight. It even goes here and also here and maybe here. Use knifeless tape in these areas so that way you don't have to fight with tucking all of this in. Ooh, look at it, it gets really tricky right there. Yeah, all of that. So that way your blade doesn't slip and you cause a oops, oh no, oh what the, yeah. All of those may happen, but if you use that knifeless tape, you don't have to worry about none of that. All you gotta do is tuck at that point. Before that client leaves, make sure there's no check engine lights. Also, no tire pressure sensor that's off or is not reading, because any of these that are not addressed by you before that client leaves, it may be under you to fix it. Address it before it gets started. What you need to do is, you need to look at your dash, see what's going on. You can even start up the car. Right now we got it charging because the battery, as you can see, is low. So we have it charging right now. But you need to check and see everything that's going on with this car. So therefore, it is not your fault on what's not going right with it. Now, yes, we do have a lot of cars in the shop, and we have a lot of parts and a lot of different things that's going on in the shop right now. Even the wrap class car is in here. But one thing that you want to make sure is nothing is around this car that can spill or drop to damage that paint or dent it or anything. You do not want nothing to touch it. Only dust. And dust can't even get to that close to it, because I'm gonna punch dust in the face. You better not sit on my car. Seriously, as you can see, we don't have anything around this that may cause this to get damaged. Fall, spill, drip, even up under the car. Any screws, anything metal, nothing. We check everywhere and give a clearance so that way, say for instance we're not here and something just happens. it has to be extremely, you gotta really put in some effort to really have something damage it. Like, you don't need, yeah, we got little stuff here and there, but nothing that is gonna damage the car. So if you got stuff that is hanging around, is tipping over every 10 minutes, don't put it over there. You know that, because that's a $2,000 to $5,000 project that you're about to take on. Do you really want that? I don't think so. Come. Yes, you're excited that you have a client that has this type of car, but don't let all your damn friends see it and try to get up in because they never been around one in person. Don't let them sit up in somebody else's car, because what's gonna happen is if they got some dirty pants, or let's just say they got some fresh blue jeans that ain't been dyed, and they got a little wet. Now that dye is on those nice tan seats right there. Ash cheeks on the seats, blue jeans to be exact. I don't care if it's a girl. Don't put your butt in this car, or we're gonna cover it just to make sure that they do wanna sit in it. Because yeah, we do have certain friends that want to, but we make sure that we're not notifying any of our friends, because what's the point? I don't wanna pay for their mistakes. Definitely don't wanna pay for my mistakes. So why am I gonna make that mistake on letting them see the car? Take a picture. You can see it on FaceTime. How about that? Number 7. This one, I almost ran into this problem until I test drove the car. If you do not know how to drive the car, let the client know. At least they may go about trying to teach you and showing you how to drive this car. Because if you don't, and you put that thing in reverse, and you go forward, because you didn't know the difference between R and D, that's your problem. Do you want that problem? If you're about to grind the gears because you don't know how to make this shift from manual to automatic because of the Triptronics, don't do it. Just remember, if this was your car, would you have somebody that was new trying to go ahead and drive this car and they don't know what they're doing?
That's like ballet. Like, yo, this is my first time driving. I just got my license yesterday.
No. Step back. Let me get somebody that has driven the car and at least knows how to drive. And then, if they say they don't know how to, let me show them. Because I'd rather a person that asks instead of assume. Because when you ask, A-S-K, you don't assume, because that's the first 3 letters of that makes you become that. Don't do that. If you want clients like this, that has this type of car, and you want to learn how to wrap cars to get more clients like this so you can stack up capital to get something like this, join our class. We're here to teach you. We're always here to help. You can learn how to wrap cars even as a beginner that never has wrapped. Join our 5-day class. You will get the best experience ever. We even travel from time to time. So click the link in our profile and I'll see you there.